Hello everybody! Welcome to Timber and Stone 1.4. That's right, skipped completely past 1.3, which was a little broken. And, well, kinda had to, because it was not good. But, there's a lot of stuff to get to. I will quickly explain what happened to me. I went to Dallas with my wife on a work trip, came back, no internet. Didn't have internet for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, which did not allow me to upload any videos. And so I caught up on other things in my life. And luckily, a lot of stuff didn't really get updated too quickly on the Timber and Stone side of things. So I had to jump to 1.4. The reason for that is because I recorded a very long video, a sort of farewell to the old settlement video, and well, the audio got out of sync. Hopefully that will not happen with this episode, otherwise I will be very, very unhappy. So, come to find out that 1.1.2, or yeah, whatever, 1.2, we'll just say 1.2 and 1.3 save games will not translate to this new version, so we just had to start from scratch. So I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But again, beta version 1.4, that's going to happen when your game is in beta. You will not make everybody happy. So as you can see here, we are starting off with this. Ooh, what is this? It is a cart, and it is all a part of the new storage system, which you can see up here, storage capacity. So you have tools, which is basically this here, maybe even armor, weapons, food and seeds, wheat, miscellaneous supplies, building, wood, and mining materials. What is really cool is that all units now have their own inventory. See, they have their own mass. So basically, if I go to mine, let's say these blocks right here, they will have a mass of 1. And so that will basically weigh down my individual here, which will slow them down as they walk. You will notice that guys move a little bit faster. We'll get to that here in just a second. But yes, each settler now carries their own items separate from the global inventory counts, which would be these here. You will not necessarily see them here until they deliver them to the storage, which at this point is this. You can build separate storage structures. So like, let's say one that's very common is a mining stockpile. It looks like this. It is very cool. You will generally put it fairly close to where you're going to mine. So, okay, see, this is a problem. This is a problem over here. I'm not sure why it's like floating cart, but perhaps when I log out, it will go away. I think that was from the previous map. I didn't find a map that I really liked. But anyways, you've got weapon racks. Weapon stockpile adds 20 mass to the weapon storage capacity because, again, you start with 20 mass on everything. An armor chest does the same thing. You basically put your armor and shields in there. You've got your tool chest. You've got a resource crate, which has all the crafting materials and animal products, adds 30, actually. A food barrel adds 20, so all of your food and seeds. Hay bale adds 8 mass to the wheat storage capacity. Mining stockpile adds 300, so that actually does quite a bit. Wood pile, your basic wood pile actually adds 80, so if you do this, it would give you 100 over here, which you will want to do quickly. Mining and wood you want to do very quickly. And builder's cart, I don't really know if it actually does anything at the moment. I know it includes wheels, but it kind of looks like this. See, anytime I do that, that cart up there kind of rotates, so that is a bug. So right now I'm going to section off this part of the video and show you that that is a bug, and it's kind of annoying. So anywho, maybe it'll go away whenever I log out. We'll find out. But storage is a brand new part of the game. I think furniture is pretty much all the same. Doors, workshops are all pretty much the same. I want to say there's one random decor. Yeah, there's a well now. Yeah, so it takes 2 shingles, 2 rope, 3 wood logs, and 4 raw stone. It basically just increases morale, which there's no E there. And the tree, you can actually plant trees. You can get seeds from trees. You can actually plant trees in the form of saplings. and the tree can be interacted as usual. So that is a quick rundown. If you guys want a more major rundown of what is new in the game, go to timberandstonegame.com, read the latest update, and I will try to include most of the really, really cool stuff as we move along. But yeah, storage is the big part of it, as well as individual inventory for your people. So let's figure out who is who. One of the big things is that, so you know, whenever you have levels and you're leveling up and you're going, you can actually switch professions without the progress of that previous profession that you're working on going away. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Robert, so much for doing that, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, so I am a radio DJ in real life, and I also record YouTube videos. So I learn things as I am a radio DJ on a daily basis. And then I come and record a YouTube video. So like, I would have to change my profession to a YouTuber. That doesn't mean I completely forgot what I learned that day. You know, I could easily go back the next day and continue off where I left. So again, that doesn't make any sense for you to lose any progress on something that you're working for. This is great for farmers that you have to quickly turn into something else. And you know me, I like to switch people around quite a bit. So that is what that is. Ooh, you are a fisherman, faux show. Let's see here. Do we have any fishing poles? We do not. So we have enough rope to make one of them. So we shall make one of them. I'm going to unpause it. Do we have any carpenters in the house? We do not. We do not. Are you a carpenter? Yes, you are. You are now a carpenter. So what he's going to do is he's actually going to come over here, grab his tools, and he will actually build stuff off of the cart, which is really, really awesome. And so whenever he's done building the fishing pole, he will realize that, hey, you know, he's idle because he doesn't know what to do. Actually, let me pause this real quick, because I want to, gather fish for food. Resources gathered. I don't need to know that. And wait in the hall. So I believe this is, I failed at crafting a fishing pole. Awesome. And you lost the rope. Fail. Super fail. Thank you so much, Cole. You are the worst carpenter in the history of carpenters. Okay. So anyways, when you go in, it will actually tell you what their current task is. Okay, so he's a courageous overeater, but a quick learner. He might be actually a pretty good blacksmith. As you can tell here, I've built again sort of near the water. Essentially what the storage things do, from what I can tell, all these different things will eventually allow you to right click on this and then deconstruct the wagon. I don't recommend doing that right away, but essentially if people are doing stuff, they have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, well, you're not going to be a great so how about I make you a miner? Okay, so now he's going to go to this, grab the pickaxe, and go over here and mine this stuff. One of the new things in the game is he's using a iron pickaxe. This is, oops. Let me change one setting real quick so that this runs in the background so I can actually switch. Allow the game to run in the background, very important. Resume the game. Okay. So it should still be recording. I got to click over here on this other window. Okay, I'm back. The pickaxes work in a different way. The way they work is that, I'm going to pause it real quick, is that stone pickaxes will allow you to mine for copper, which, let me see if I can find some on the surface. This, I believe, is copper. Yes, this is copper. These actually all have different meanings now. This, I believe, is iron. That is coal. Some of this other stuff might be gold or tin. I don't really think it is. Maybe that's tin. I believe so. This is tin, perhaps. Maybe silver, even. Just depends. But these little colors mean different things. And so, like, if you're using a stone pickaxe and you come and you try to get like this coal, it won't work. You actually have to have a copper pickaxe to do coal, copper, and tin. A bronze pickaxe will allow you, and iron pickaxes will actually allow you to do coal, copper, tin, and iron, and steel basically allows everything. So now your pickaxes are going to play a pretty big role into what happens. Marjorie, she has bad vision and is a quick learner. Well, you should probably not be a infantry. I have learned that the archers, in my opinion, are still a little buggy. So I'm going to send you Right. I'm going to unpause this. I'm going to send you right there. And then I'm going to display the bow range inventory. So now they have all this stuff here. So he actually has all the bows. Okay. This is kind of unnecessary, but right now I'm going to just tell them to guard their positions. The game is harder, by the way, so I have yet to run into anything that is like devastating within the first 3 days, but now that I say that, it will happen. I gotta get that forager moving. If we even have one, which I don't think we do, which is not good. Alright, you actually need to go independently chop trees, so go do that. I don't need to know about your resources collected. So again, he'll chop trees. If you leave them alone, they grow back. If not, you don't want them. Get rid of the, stumps. That helps. Actually, one of you needs to be a forager. What about you over here? What are you? Nope, you're not a forager either. So who is a forager? This actually allows you to switch around, which I love. Okay. Do we have any other farmers? Yeah, we have our miner, of course. You don't need to be a super forager. You're a forager too. So do we have any other wood choppers? Yes, you're now a wood chopper. You're a lady wood chopper. Independently chop trees. So as you can see here, she has her inventory and now it's gone. And she's going to need to go get the axe. So now I want this guy, what I wanted him to be? Forager. That's right. Okay. So now he has all this stuff here. He eventually will go, hey, I need to take this back. As you can see, he's moving a little bit slow, but not too slow. He has a seedling, which, you know, has a mass of 0.1, so not a ton of mass. Bloom. And then that will increase the numbers here and here. This is a little confusing having sort of individual resources and then like mathematical sort of overall storage capacities, but it is what it is. Okay, I want you to do all of this. I don't necessarily need to know when you are gathering those resources. All right, Ronald, you are our builder, you are our carpenter, you are our farmer. I'm going to tell you to farm way over yonder. So what do we have on terms of the seeds? We have wheat, which I'm not going to complain about. I like to build in strips now of 20, regardless of what I have. So I know I had wheat. As you can see, it goes away. That's another thing, is that right when you go to build something, it will immediately take away all of the things, more so for structures rather than farming. Oops. Man, we got a lot of good stuff here. And a corn seed. And do we have any of the last one? I doubt it. Nope, no flax. Okay, so this is a pretty good farm here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 by 10, that's 100 stuff. Perhaps we'll get somebody else to help out on the farming side of things right now. Maybe this Ronald guy can become a farmer also. I don't know if we have any more tools. Nope. No hose. No hose. No ho-hos. But we can build it. Carpenter will take care of that for us. So he'll build a couple stone hoes. Again, traits are still good. Bad vision is okay for farming. You just don't want somebody that's going to break a lot of tools. But as you can see here, planting wheat. Like they're telling you what they're doing now, which is really, really cool. I like that. Also, you can have the speed up thing. So like, that's cool. It doubles the speed. As you can see here, mining is getting really, really, really high. Where did our miner go? Did we change him? Let me pause this real quick. Yeah. Wait, where'd he go? Let's go back. Where'd he go? Oh, he's on the other side. Duh. So you do want to make that mining stockpile. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to build a mining stockpile maybe between these trees here. So I'm going to unpause it. This is the other really cool thing about the game. Everyone pretty much builds what they need. So this guy needs a mining stockpile. He's going to build this in front of your eyes. It requires 8 raw stone. Look. He's building it. How awesome is that? Yes, people now build stuff on their own, like for what they need. You don't need just like a carpenter and, I don't know, a stonemason or whatever. So he built it. Now, bam, look, 320. 320. Really good. Dig mine. So he has that iron pickaxe. So like I said here, he should be able to come over here and get that. He's going to tell me what kind of resources he's gathering. Although I just want to know about metal ore, but this is coal, so he should tell me here in a second. Take a drink there. I don't like to have, like, I don't need to know that Marjorie collected 3 wood, so I'm going to turn that off here in a little bit. Collected coal. So there you go. See, that is how that works. It is very cool. And see, now he's going to take it back now that he has time to take it back. So as you go deeper, the more stuff you get. It is all very good. It is all very good indeed. All right. So let me come over here and get some more of this stuff. Don't want to overdo it because he will sort of freak out. But there we go. So he's got this big old mining pattern going on. So that's going to take him a while. And luckily for us, he's just lazy, which is not great. But if I change him to something else, this progress bar, I swear to you, will not go away, which is great. I love it. It's my fave. So where is our wood chopper? Let's zoom out and see if what... Nope, see, that's what I like. Because like, oh, where's the wood chopper? Well, this is the tree that's moving. I don't need to know about resource collected. Same thing goes for the farmers. I don't need to know when food has been harvested necessarily. Sometimes early on I like to turn that on so that I know that they're doing their jobs, but I would trust them. I trust the game. But yeah, this is a nice wide open space for a lot of stuff. And you do kind of want to keep this centralized because that's where people will go and drop things off for the most part, unless you build separate storage. So wood is something that I'm going to do here in just a second. Storage, wood pile. Now, I don't know everything about this game. I don't. So don't necessarily depend on me to tell you exactly what is going on with it. I probably built that farm too far away because as you can see here, they're having to walk back and forth, back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to build this here. A carpenter builds that. I kind of wish the farmer would build it, but I understand that the carpenter would want to build it. So now I don't know if I build this, if these guys will just go back and forth between this. This is what I'm looking forward to. Because I did not try this in my original test. So we'll see if they walk back and forth to this. They may or may not, just because... what are you doing? Nope, he's just tilling it and stuff. So, I don't know. What are you doing? Yeah, it may have been too late for them to do that because they probably just went ahead and picked up the seeds. So, that may or may not do it, but hey, it holds seeds. And, you know, it goes towards the... I guess we burned one of our copper ingots. It adds 20 mass to the food and seeds. So, there you go. A tool chest will come in handy early on as well. So will resource crates, I found out. Those are very handy. So I'm going to go ahead and build a few of these. I have noticed that if you hold down shift, you can, like if you place that, then you can't place any more, which is kind of annoying because then you have to click this again. But if you hold down shift, it'll allow you to, you know, build a couple of different ones, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and build, I did it again. I'm going to build 6 of these. So that's going to give us, whatever 6 times 30 is, 180, plus the, what, 20 that we already have. So, should give us 200 when it's all said and done. Which it says resource storage capacity, which I believe is miscellaneous supplies. So, we'll see what that number ends up being when it's all said and done. Game is saving. Doesn't hiccup as long. Knock on wood. I suppose that is the case. Blacksmith. Let's see. Can you craft us some stuff? We don't have any of these ores. That sucks. Although you could build a steel, but how good are you at building? Level 3, I don't trust you just yet. So that should be 200 when he's done with this. Bam, 200. So now we got a lot of miscellaneous supply stuff. Wood is the next thing I want to do. But you'll see here, she's probably pretty stuffed to the gills full of wood. Nope, not yet. But you'll want to build some wood supplies over here. So this just completely adds a whole nother element to the game, guys. And I kind of like it because it gives us more what I call furniture, more pretty things to look at. But it is kind of annoying because then she can't go too far away without having to walk all the way back. But it is what it is, I suppose. So I'm going to put that there. I'm not sure why I'm getting the pinwheel of death. You may or may not be able to see that. But yeah, that is kind of what's going on with it. So everyone's kind of spread out right now. So if I wanted to accelerate time... Ooh, wait. See how much... Well, she's not moving too slow, I suppose. Although that's right, she's not moving too slow because she actually has to come over here and build this. But guess what? I do believe she will use some of these wood logs to build it herself because she has it in her thing. So if she were to, need to come and build this, she would come here first, then do that. So that is kind of the only annoying thing. Is so like we've got a carpenter here and we want to maybe build like a carpentry bench. We do want to make sure that he's close to this wood pile. So actually what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a workshop. And we don't have enough wood logs, it appears. So I'm going to wait until she dumps those off. So that is kind of what the game has become, everybody, and I don't mind it at all. I did read somewhere, and I don't know if this is true or not, you don't necessarily want to build your roads right away or your hull. I suppose the reason for that is that enemies will get wind of you and come and find you and kill you, Liam Neeson style. So I'm following that rule of thumb. It seemed to get me to at least day 3 before. The reason why I died in my sort of test game was that I had a lot of... I had 2 skeletons come on, and then I tried to use archers to kill them, and it just didn't work out. I still think archers are buggy, but that could just be me. So these guys are just kind of standing around, but then they get back to farming. So, like right now, it's like, oh, I'm tending to the corn, and oh, I'm tending to the turnips. I'm tending to the turnips, as I like to say. So, there you go. That farm is really far away. I did not mean for that to be that way, but oh well. Let's build a campfire over here for these settlers. Campfire is still built by carpenters, so there you go. If you're wondering how to get these resources up here, you need to go to resources and then bam, track the resource, and then it comes up here. These are the ones I use. I use food, logs, dirt, regular stone or raw stone, cobblestone. I think those are bricks. Yeah, bricks, and then cobblestone. So that's fieldstone. That's cobblestone. Wood planks, rope, cloth, leather, and then the miscellaneous stone tools, stone tip arrows, and I don't really want sand, so if you right click that, then it goes away. So as you can see here, she's moving pretty slow compared to normal because she is full of wood logs. Now you can adjust that slider, but what I like to do is for people, see how much faster she's moving. So for people that aren't going to have to go that far away, like say this guy, you can actually increase this. You can actually slide it all the way up to 16. But in this guy's case, I'm going to do 14. So he'll actually just continue to mine until he's up to 14, then he'll walk here. But a guy like this, you don't necessarily want to have a lot of resources sort of dragging him down. So I'm going to do 8. Like, this is just an experiment. I could be wrong. If you guys have other numbers that work better for you, by all means, let me know. Because you just don't want somebody that has to go really far away to take their sweet time getting back. Alright, so they have a fire over here. And they have a fire going on here for the blacksmith. Let's start looking at some workshops. So a stone forge can only be built by a stone mason. But guess what? We have plenty of wood logs and plenty of other things going on. So I suppose if we wanted to, we could perhaps build that there, and the stone anvil can go there. Guess what? I'm going to switch this guy, and he's not going to be affected by it at all, but he's going to go bam right over there. He's going to start building this stuff, which is fine by me. Fine by me. So there you go. And then let's see here, other workshops that we might want: a masonry bench, or perhaps even a carpentry bench, or again a loom, but you need lots of rope for that to happen. And guess what? Rope isn't going to happen right away, which kind of sucks. But rope, different recipes. Let's see here, you can use animal hair, you can use flax fiber, you can use spider silk and leather as normal. You can right click on this, you can tell it to use coal or wood. In this case, I will tell it to use wood whenever I need it. And at this point, I don't think I'm going to need it anytime soon because, again, we do not have any of these resources other than copper. Required 2, I think that has gone up. I'm not exactly 100% though, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. Still don't want to build any steel. But now we have the ability to do major tools and whatnot. Do we have a hunting knife? I don't think we do. Let me go ahead and build that. So he's going to come back. He does not have the resources. So again, here you're going to see that. Now we'll show you here in a second why you want to do some spare equipment. So there you go. He has raw stone and wood log. So he's taking what he needs. So if, say, his carpentry bench were here, instead of where he's building it right on Johnny on the spot, he would have to do that, then come back and go back. So successfully does the hunting knife, and we want to give that to our forager because he needs to start getting some of that animal stuff. So let's see here. I'm going to give him a hunting knife. So whenever his mass gets too far ahead, he's going to come back to the campsite and get that hunting knife. So that's the thing. They don't automatically just magically appear on that, which is a little annoying, but it seems a little bit more realistic. So much stuff to talk about, but I think that's probably going to do it. I highly recommend you check out the forums if you are new to Timber and Stone. There is not a beta or a demo or anything. You're just going to have to pay like the $20. I highly recommend it if you're enjoying this video and you enjoyed my previous videos and you want to jump in. Again, go to timberandstonegame.com, go to the forums, check out all the bug reports, because this game has bugs. It does have bugs. All the tips and suggestions. There's a thread that was started by TS Castle called 1.4 Info and Tips that a lot of people are posting some really cool stuff in. And of course, I'm just complaining about how bad the archers are. But if you're wondering sort of like what the different sort of stones are and the ores and whatnot, that's really helpful. Also, the pickaxes, Macho posted some really interesting info there. So I think that's probably going to do it for this episode of Timber and Stone. I'm going to log out and see if that gets rid of this bug here. If not, if that thing is straight up floating above the surface. It's like creepy and it's freaking me out. So I will show you in the next episode why you would want to maybe have some spare equipment and stuff like that. There's reasons for that so that you don't have to keep walking back and forth, and some other stuff. And of course, we're going to continue building the settlement here. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, leave those likes. That really helps me out. I'm really happy to be back on board. Again, I do apologize for the delay in videos. Sometimes life and other technical issues get in your way, and you really just can't do much about it. So until next time, this is JPT. Go play your games, and I'll be seeing you.